Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is a really productive day for me. I'm filming like 3 videos in one day, and yes, I'm wearing a shirt. It just might float out of frame a little bit. But anyway, about 2 days ago I had this really great idea. I don't know if it's been done before, but I'm assuming it has because this is like the world of YouTube and everything's been done already before. But since I'm back at home, and have been back at home for like 7 months now in Canada, that means I'm with a lot of my old things, including makeup. And believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff I have still hoarded and kept since my early days of YouTube and doing makeup. And that is like my first ever palettes. I have a few of them still, like lip products, eye products, you name it, like it's crazy. So I collected some of the oldest things I could find in my collection that have remained and have not been thrown out. And I'm going to use them today to do my makeup with you guys. And this is like stuff that I have from back when I was in college, doing cosmetics on like fashion shows and stuff when I was still learning. On like actual clients, like really old stuff, like back when like certain brands were like the biggest, best thing you could get online, and now they like don't even exist anymore. And there's also stuff from like when I first moved to South Korea. That was like 4 years ago, and that's like majority of the things that haven't been like thrown out because it's actually good. So without further ado, let's hop right into this video and get creating an interesting look using only old makeup. So the first thing I have is something I've actually used before since I've been back, which I probably shouldn't because it's well over expired, but I mean it suited my summer skin tone, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in 230. And I got this the year before, or within the year that I moved to South Korea. It was the year before, like a whole year before, because I purchased this color because I was working at a tanning salon and I did a lot of spray tanning. To work there, you have to be tanned. So I did spray tans a lot, and this was the foundation that suited my spray tan skin color back then. I'll be taking it on this foundation brush here by Sleek Makeup because it's the first thing I grabbed, and I'm not using any beauty blenders or sponges or anything like cushion puffs today to do my base makeup, because back in the day that didn't exist. Like when I was first doing like makeup on YouTube, beauty blenders and sponges never were used. It was always foundation brushes or stippling brushes. Does anyone remember that? Like the good old days, basically. Oh, it still matches my skin tone pretty good. It's funny because like today, for example, feels like fall. Like it feels like autumn. It's only 19 degrees, 18, 19 with a wind chill here in Canada. So it feels more like, I'd say 15 because of the wind. And my tan, you guys, is fading so much. It's sad. Like I actually had to mix my winter foundation into my summer foundation yesterday when I went out, and I was like not okay with it. I was so upset. Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you guys feel, but like with this summer that's passed, after not having any like sunlight on my skin for 2 years, like having a tan, I just look so much better with a tan in my opinion. Like look at that. I feel I just look healthier, better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I look better with a tan, or do you think I look better really pale, ghostly white? No criticism, like no, you don't need to be negative about it, but just asking like, what do you prefer? Anyway, moving on to concealer, I'm taking the oldest concealer I could find because I often find myself throwing out my old concealers for some reason. But the oldest one I could find that I've not thrown out is one that I bought my first year in Korea when I first moved there. It was the full cover liquid concealer in O2 Natural Beige from Aritam. And I know they still carry this because it's like one of the best concealers, like drugstore I guess level concealer in Korea. It's well expired, but I used this like holy grail, and like they give you such a large amount, and it's like full coverage, and you only need the smallest amount. Ooh, and it's like not mixed at all. But like you only need the smallest amount and it lasts. And I remember I wanted this in Korea because it was when I still had acne back then. In my first year in Korea, I still had pretty bad acne, so I needed like high coverage, and this was like the one I could find in Korea that had really high coverage. That wasn't like cakey either, because in Canada back then I remember I had a hard time finding high coverage drugstore concealer that wasn't cakey. I actually think I stopped using this concealer because it was too heavy on my skin. Like once I moved to Korea, I noticed my skin got clogged a lot easier than it did in the past. So I had to stop using heavier products. But anyway, it's like a creamy liquid almost. So I'm just going to take that on my brush again and pick up a bit and use that for my under eye area. And let's see. One reason like why I also stopped using it is because I found it was oily. Like it had an oil-based formula. And I just felt my skin didn't really like it. Oh my gosh, but the formula is... it's still so nice, like it's blending seamlessly with my foundation. Korea just does base makeup so good. It's such a shame that they don't have a wide range of color options. Like they only make it for like certain shades of pale. But I noticed the Innisfree brand started coming out with more shade options because they have more of a international market now. On my chin, so it kind of balances everything out. And right on the tip of my nose, right there in between my eyes. And then a little bit on my forehead. Unfortunately, I don't have any old setting powders at all, so I'm gonna skip setting my face today because I want to keep this mostly just me using old makeup and not having to reach for anything that's new or relevant. Moving on to eyebrows, while that soaks into my skin, I'm going to be using the oldest brow product I could find, and it is the Sigma Clean Cut Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, I think it is. It's kind of worn off so I can't see. And this I got in my second year living in Korea, and I haven't used it since, and it's looking pretty rough. Not looking too good. It might be too light for my eyebrows right now, so I'm just gonna like wipe it on the back of my hand and warm it up because it's a little dried out. I haven't used it in a long time because I wasn't really a huge fan of it, to be honest. It's actually really good with my hair color right now. I'm impressed. I don't know why I stopped using it. I'm just gonna use this comb and lightly buff out my eyebrows really gently, because I don't have an old spoolie brush on me. Is this even old? I think this is, oh yeah, this is an Innisfree one that I got in Korea. Actually, not gonna lie you guys, all my makeup brushes are old, and I even thought about it yesterday that I really need to update my makeup brush collection because like they're not in good condition anymore. Like they were good like 4 or 5 years ago, but they're bad now. So my foundation's still soaking in my opinion. It might not ever set, but I'm gonna move on to the eyes for now, and this is the most hilarious thing in my opinion. I am using today the oldest of old, before like when the beauty community was just starting out on YouTube. I am using the BH Cosmetics 88 color palette standard matte eyeshadow. The oldest, like back in the day when the beauty community was just becoming a thing, this was the must-have like palette. I remember like Promise Fawn was like holy grailing it, and that was like Michelle Fawn's sister. She's still famous now, but like that was when she like was like earth-shatteringly famous, and Michelle Fawn was like new and just blowing up, you know. Like, well, it was before she was blowing up. It was when she was still doing like makeup tutorials on her laptop out of her kitchen. And I would watch it, but it smells like toy makeup. I don't remember if it's the best quality. I'm pretty sure it's not, but we're gonna use this today to create a look. And I'm a little bit scared because it's all very vibrant colors, which I never use. If you guys know, I usually stick to more wearable, like wedding professional looks. So yeah, let's dive in and create something wild today. So I think I'm going to go with let's do a greenish teal look, because I feel like I always float around. No, let's do a yellow look. I never do yellow. Like I never do yellow. I do like brown oranges, but I never do yellow. So let's do a yellow spotlight look, because that suits my eyes. This is gonna be wild. I don't like, there's so many colors to choose from. I don't know where to start. I don't know what I'm doing. For our transition shade, let's take this kind of tan brown and just put that as our transition shade. Oh man. Oh my gosh, you guys, this actually is still really good. Like, it's not going on chunky at all. Even with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, like, sometimes it goes on like blotchy and I don't understand why. This is actually good. I feel like I don't remember it being this good. So the only yellow that I have available in the palette is this really fluorescent yellow here. I mean, I guess let's go for it. I'm not really vibing with it because it's a really like cool toned yellow and I feel like warm tone's nicer, but this is an experimental tutorial. So I'm picking it up on a really flat synthetic lip brush, which is also very old. I don't even remember where I got this brush from. Haven't used it in a decade. It's so fluorescent. And I'm going to pack that right on the middle. Let's see. I mean, this is leaving a lot to desire. I feel like I want more. I was expecting more impact based on how it looked in the palette. So I'm feeling really disappointed, to be honest. But even still, like, although it doesn't have the like pigmentation you would expect or want, it's going on so like seamlessly. But I don't have any old like MAC Fix Plus or setting sprays, so I can't do anything but keep packing it on as much as I can. Using this palette is giving me like the wildish flashbacks to the time in my life when I bought that. I've changed so much since then, and my life has changed so much and brought me so many places. It's almost unbelievable. Like, I never would have thought I'd be where I am today and have experienced the experiences I have and done the things I have and been through the things that I have when I was like using this palette last. It's insane. Okay, so because this yellow is really like less than stellar, let's just go wild with it and take one of the teal shades from the palette. I'm thinking one that's deeper because I feel like the light colors are going to be the same as the yellow and not do anything for us. So I'm thinking let's take this color right here and do like a transition fade in the outer corner. I'm getting scared. I feel like it's either going to be like really bad like the yellow or it's going to be too much. Oh, it's actually pigmented, okay. I just think of how wild it is at how good these shadows all blend. Oh, this one has fallout, damn it. I feel like the yellow kind of easily got like overshadowed by that green teal. So I'm just gonna try to add more of that yellow in the center. Ooh, that's one thing I do remember from this palette back when I used it. The blues and the colors in this palette really seriously like stain your makeup brushes, especially if you get them wet. I mean, they definitely easily become muddy together, but like they blend really good. Probably gonna take this brown to do that. Because there's one black shade, but it looks like a mess and I don't really want to touch it, to be honest. And pick up that brown shade and hope and pray to God it doesn't look like a mess. So one thing I'm noticing right now is these colors blend almost too well and become really muddy real easily. So taking that transition shade again, I'm just going to re-buff before the brow bone. The oldest highlighting and contouring kit I have is my Etude House V-Line Slim Maker, which they finally discontinued as I cannot find it online anymore, but this was like around for a really long time. So taking the highlighting shade up top from that in this medium fluffy shadow brush, I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with that. Oh my god, that's a really good highlighter. The formulas are so old for these eyeshadows that I'm not familiar with them anymore. Taking my concealer again, I'm just going to clean up where the fallout got everywhere. Like, this definitely is not a tutorial. I would not recommend this look with these cosmetics at all. I'm just gonna take my finger and like pat that concealer out because I feel like more of it went on this side of my face than the other side. I feel like the only thing that can fix the eyes at this point is eyeliner, and the oldest liquid eyeliner I have is my Sailor Moon Miracle Romance eyeliner pen in black with my crescent moon wand. I got this in Korea, and I think I've refilled, like I've got the original with the cap in Korea, and I think I've refilled the actual liner itself in Japan. Quite remember, but we're gonna be using it today, and it's literally like one of the best black eyeliners I've ever used. I highly recommend it, and they still sell it too. You can get it on like Amazon and eBay. I'm gonna do a large wing to help like mask the craziness. It's either gonna make it real good or real bad. Oh, I guess it helped a bit. Okay, for lashes, I have these really old lashes that I got from one of my first ever sponsors on my YouTube channel, which was imomoko.com. They used to sponsor me in my first year of doing videos for like Asian cosmetics, and these are the Secret Stargirl Delicate Lash SS14, and they're totally not my style, but we're gonna use them today because they're the oldest ones I could find, like 7 years old. Wow, these actually are like really lackluster lashes on me. I feel like these lashes were pointless for me to put on because they're really short and they're not really doing anything at all for my eyes except for feeling really heavy and uncomfortable. Anyway, this look is gonna get weirder because the oldest mascara I could find in my collection is the Heroin Make Long and Curl Mascara in Steady Brown. I got this in Korea in my last year living there, and I still have it because I love it, and I don't know how it's honestly lasted this long. It's like the perfect go-to everyday mascara for work, but it's like kind of waterproof. We're just gonna put that on top. Oh my god, this look is so weird. It's not a tutorial at all. Oh my gosh, I'm like cringing at so many parts of it. These are the products that like everyone like used back in the day. Well, not everyone, just me apparently. Okay, I'm gonna stop and just stop with the eyes because they're done. Like, it's not gonna get any better, and I feel like it can only get worse from here on out. So let's finish off the face. For my contour, I'm just gonna be using the bronzer side of this today, and I'm not really entirely gonna be contouring. I'm more just gonna be like defining with bronzer instead, and hoping it works and looks decent. So just like patting it on and hoping it's not like too chunky looking. This is looking so goofy. I'm just trying to blend that bronzer a little bit so it kind of doesn't look so clownish. To contour my nose, I keep saying that. To contour my nose, I'm going to be using the same bronzing powder I just used and hope it doesn't look ridiculous. And I honestly don't remember what brush I used to use to contour my nose because I've been using the same one for years, like since Korea. But I want to use something that I haven't been using a lot. So I'm taking this really flat, large, loose shadow brush that I got in college. Yeah, no name brand. And I'm just gonna like treat it the same way I would with my actual contour brush. Ooh, I actually kind of like this for contouring. It's not bad. To highlight my nose, I'm going to be taking this really crappy, fluffy, large pencil brush that is a no-name brand that I got in college. And I'm just going to be taking the highlighting shade from that Etude House palette and just putting it right there. And then right on the tops of the nostrils, because that gives an even more button looking effect. Then for blush, I'm going to be taking the oldest blush I could find because I used to hate blush way back in the day. I'd never used it on myself. And the oldest one I can find is not that old. I used it when I was living in Japan 1.5 years ago. It's the Can Make Glow Floor Cheeks in 01, which is just a peachy shade. This is going to be way too light for my current skin tone, so please bear with me. I'm aware that a lot of the stuff doesn't match right now, but we're using old makeup, okay? So I'm just gonna really lightly pat that on like right above where I bronzed. Still like this blush, it just doesn't suit me when I'm tanned, but it's still pretty. Finishing off the face, just going back in with that Etude House highlighting shade, and on the opposite side of that fluffy brush that I just used for the blusher, I'm just going to top that right there. Damn, like this came out before highlighting was a big thing, like before it was a thing, and that's good. Okay, let's just finish this video, and I have two lipstick options. These were the oldest ones I could find that suited the look that I was probably gonna go for, and I got this really neutral nude called Nude Lust 920 by Maybelline. I got this 5 years ago when the Nude Lust, or the nude range for Maybelline lipsticks came out. Then I have this lipstick here, which is a peachier nude by Estee Lauder, I think. No, Elizabeth Arden, and it's beautiful color Golden Nude 15. And I honestly don't remember when it came out. What should I do? This one has shimmer in it, this one's matte. Let's go with the Elizabeth Arden, because I feel like all the products I've put on so far have been like affordable drugstore like brands or no-name brands. So let's go with a brand name and see how it looks. Ew, it feels horrible. It's all like chunky from the glitter. Oh no, and it's too light for my skin tone. I feel like Gangaro, where you like put concealer on your lips. I just never got into glitter lipsticks or any kind of glitter on the lips. Not for me, not a thing. I always feel like it makes your lips look chunky and not smooth and appealing. Crying internally. I'm crying internally for this look. Anyway, that is it for me using only old makeup. I am going to label this like Gangero, because it basically is. Like, the concealer is way too light around my eyes, then I have dark makeup on, and my lips are way too white for my skin tone, and I'm really tan. So this is Gangero makeup. We've come to the end of the video where we are able to label what this makeup is. It's Gangero. I hope you enjoyed suffering with me through this video. I hope you enjoyed this chatty experimental video. I'm gonna make it a tag, so I'm gonna tag any beauty YouTubers watching this, or anyone if they want to do it. It's going to be called using only old makeup. So create a look using only old makeup that I'd say has to be 3 years plus older. So it has to, yeah, has to be fairly old. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did. Comment down below if you still hoard your really old makeup. I know I do. I'm trying to let go, but I still have some. Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, subscribe to see more makeup tutorials, hair videos, skincare videos, and reviews. Yeah. And of course, hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you can ensure that you actually see my uploads in your subscription feed, as you will not if you don't do it. It's true, it's a fact. And check out my Instagram to stay updated on my daily life, as I upload stories regularly and posts regularly. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!